Okie dokie. Hi y'all. Just got my coffee here. It's the wee hours of the morning here that I'm doing this. Going to talk a little bit more about Darkstar. You can see this one is the Nexus platform. The Nexus platform here that I'm using at this time, because there's, unlike the regular game where you just get, your generic landing pads on the ground, these are multiple choices here. So this particular one is just a round one. Let's see if I can jump up here. Oops, I don't have my spacesuit on. Hold on. There we go. It's just round ones. You can see now that we have 6 transfer pads here, again with the last change that they did in the game, we can have 6 of them babies again. So I use this little round guy here. This is my main hub on Kurtz, my primary, what I call home plate, whatever, and everything comes to here. Everything comes to here, and that's why I have so many storage containers here, because this is kind of like I said, home plate. This is where I come and I do all my whatever I'm going to do manufacturing wise, or if I'm going to make something. Because up here in Darkstar, we have, and I touched on this in the last video, but hi Eric. Eric and I have matching spacesuits and matching apparel. So there we go. See, and what we do here is we come over here to this on Darkstar. And this is any Darkstar. I think they all got it. I don't think there's a base that doesn't, or landing pad, I should say, that doesn't have it. But they all got all this stuff here. We got, let's start here, apparel crafting. So you can, with this Darkstar, you can come in here, and it's not every single little thing in the game, but it's quite a lot. You can see, I'll go through a few, because it doesn't really show you on most of the stuff. The outfits, they're in the boxes, so you can craft these, and over here it tells you what it takes to craft them. All these different apparel things. And once you craft them, you can actually take them and make them a Mark II, because that's the thing with this, with Darkstar. The like they say, it's basically a overhaul, of the game, and that's why some people seem to be staying away from it, and that's why I'm making a couple videos on it, because I love Darkstar. I don't have too many complaints about it. Only one, really. But anyway, I love it. I love Darkstar. I love it, what you can do with it, because you can learn all your legendary traits, and once you learn them, they go with you. When you go through New Game Plus, you carry them with you, in the form of here. Let me go over here. I'll show you. In this one, you can buy them down here in the resource. The codexes for these are your legendaries, that you can put on your weapons or your armor. And then down here we get into what they call quantum rigs, and this is where you make your different, like if you want to make a hab, different size habs that you're going to build, like on top of the deck here. You can build on top of the landing pad up in the air. The kiosk stuff, if you want to build these, there's different kinds of workstations in Darkstar. There's workstations that only you can work at, and none of your, quote unquote employees could work at, or followers, or friends, or whatever. So there's two different. You can build additional ones, and there are a couple of them in the latest version. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off here. I wanted to say here, this Nexus is the round one that I just showed you. So when you buy this Quantum Rig Nexus, and you can see here it's $36K to buy it. If you buy it, you can build it too. I believe. No, I don't know. I don't know if you can build quantum rings. I'll have to go look. I don't think you can. I think I misspoke there. Anyway, and this is the Omen one, the big one, the big one. There's rumors on the biggest one here is the Omen, but there's three different styles, I think, of Omen. One of them has, you just have to see. I'll show you. I'll try to show you. I'll try to remember to show you. But for those of you that are into designing ships, there's a future here with Darkstar, supposedly from the author of the game. Wicked says that this one of that's Owen, the largest Owen landing pad there, it will actually allow you to create ships that are larger. Then I'll stop there. Ships that are larger. Larger than what you would normally be able to make or land on the landing pad, supposedly. I haven't heard any more about it. I don't really go to the Discord that often, I get those messages once in a while from over there. They're pretty active over there. Anyway, get messages once in a while from there, but every time I do, it's not about me, it's to everyone or whatever. So anyway, where was I? Oh, okay. So Nexus and Omen are your two, and then the Plexus is the one that you need, the quantum ring, that you need to build the transport pads. The ones for when you're going from another place to this place. Those 6, we get 6 of them again now instead of 3. Well, that's why I started using the smaller, the Nexus pad, because it gives me room to put at the 6. If you put that big old landing pad on here, you better have some nice flat ground and maybe not too many resource pumps and stuff, because you won't be able to fit 6 pads out there. Anyway, so you can build any, where I was getting at. There's a big long list here, and the ones we're wearing is the corporate, what's it called? This one, corporate executive suit. The one that Eric and I are currently outfitted in is the corporate executive suit. And you can make that. There's what it takes to make it. So all these different, all kinds of stuff here. You could wear a new something every day. There's just, even Genghis Khan's outfit with the hat and all. That's, I don't know who wants to wear that, but hey, that would be kind of fun, I think, for like if the game really was an MMO and we could have dress-up parties. Whatever. Anyway, you can see here, man, there's a lot of stuff. I'm only down to the M's. This is alphabetical. All kinds of stuff here from the game that you can. I don't know if these work, but they even have these neuro things, that you. I think they're ugly. Put those ugly things on your face. It'll make you look robotic or whatever. I don't know. That's not my thing. See, even the Paxton's officer's hat from the first, The Ranger dual wear, the Ranger hat. You don't even get You can and the deputy one. You know, yes, it's goodness. You know, it's all. So anyway, once you make these, the big thing with this is this whole Darkstar thing is it's like you got your generic weapons, your next weapons, and blah blah blah. The Mark One, Mark Two, Mark Three, basically. Although the Mark Threes have also they're called vial weapons. So anyway, with this back here to the apparel again, you can actually make an apparel, a Mark II apparel. Like if you go over here to this workbench, I haven't done it. I'm, you know, not really into that. This is. Oh wait, what did I do wrong here? Got to go here first. Okay, apparel enhancement, I believe. Yeah, okay. So here you can make it. It's not gonna highlight the one. It's only gonna highlight the one that I actually have. There's my corporate executive suit. So I can make this a Mark II. I guess currently it's a Mark One, or no Mark, whatever you want to call it, or no one. Kind of like the trackers, huh? Anyway, you can make it a Mark II, and if you make it a Mark II, then you could add buffs to it and whatnot, just like you would kind of like an armor. It's very similar to, not just like, but very similar to like you would with a regular piece of armor. So you could add some buffs here for different, if you make it a Mark II. So you can take a piece of apparel, and then you can enhance that piece of apparel in the station right next to that one. There you make the apparel there in apparel crafting. And notice the X. See, that's what I was talking about earlier, the different types of stations. These X's only allow you, as the player, to use these stations. None of your followers or whatever can use these. They have the O. So anyway, so you can enhance your apparel, and then after you enhance it, then you could go to the workbench table here, and you could add those features to it, kind of like what you do with armor. Not exactly the same, but I haven't never done it. I just know it can be done. To me, I'm really don't care about enhancing. I mean, I'm gonna put on my spacesuit. You know, why do I need to enhance my just generic apparel? Anyway, and here's this the same thing with the armor. You know, you can craft armor. So you see here, it doesn't actually show you the suits. You know, you see it in the thing. You actually have to purchase it or make it, and then put it in your inventory before you can actually see what it looks like, or go on the internet and hunt it down for what it looks like. Constellation stuff. Suits. This is all armor and packs and helmets. And you can make you take and pick and choose, whatever you want. It's all here. List, go. It's all alphabetical here. Says dev, UC security, Baroon. I'm sure it's got pirate stuff in here. Yeah, pirate, everything. Whatever you want to wear. You know, you just make it here. You don't got to go find it, blah, blah, blah. And once you make it here, of course, then you can enhance it. This time around we're using Darkstar spacesuit, so I haven't done none of that. So over on this side, you got apparel and armor that you can, and boom, boom, boom. You can make it from scratch. You can enhance it, and you can gold it. The whole thing, all here. And right next to that, you got a pharmaceutical lab. You got a storage, a bottomless storage, I should say. which is a secure. You see, it says secure storage. So this is not linked to any machines. Whatever you put in this box, it's not going to be accessible. You're not going to mess with it. It's a secure storage. You can put something in there, and none of these other machines or anything around here are going to see what's in there. And I think I touched on this stuff last time, the industrial workbench with the resource crafting. And then I think there's some instructions up there, codex instructions. Basically, you can craft your codexes in here. And I was going to look on quantum rigs. Oh, we can make quantum rigs. Okay, there. All right. So yeah, we can make quantum rigs. This is there again. This is not the regular This is the regular industrial workbench down here. This is resource crafting with the codex system. This is part of the codex system. This is part of the codex system, and that's part of the codex system. Those are part of the codex system over there. Blah, blah. So this down here really is the only generic industrial workbench. I'd say generic, but it is basically. Pardon me. You got a research thing there, and you got other ones around here too. You got beds to sleep on here. Okay, so on this side, so on that side we had apparel and armor stuff. Over here on this side, it's all weapon stuff. It's the same kind of setup, though. You know, you can like weapon crafting. You could go in here, boom, 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 whatever weapon you want, and you'll basically make like a Mark 1 weapon here. I don't think they actually call it a Mark 1, but it might, I don't remember. Right next to that, again, is the weapon enhancement. You come in here, and you can take your Mark 1 and turn it into a Mark 2. See up here? It just said A. That's all you need, one weapon of the type that you want to make into a Mark 2. So you're basically converting a Mark 1 to a Mark 2, even though it's not called a Mark 1. And then once you do that, of course, then you can add, that's where once it's a Mark 2, just like over here when we were messing with apparel, once we enhance it and make it a Mark 2, then we can go to the bench and enhance it. And the same thing here. We make a weapon, we make it a Mark II, and we can come here to enhance it. Now, if we want to make it a vial weapon, which is technically a Mark III, then we come over here. It's got a whole different set of guys here for oops, there's no enhancement. It comes over there. This is for armor, ammo crafting. And you can craft any ammo. I'm pretty sure. I've never had a problem with crafting whatever kind of ammo I want. Right there. And it's this. When you get into the Mark III or the vial weapons, it uses special ammo. So let me see here. Because I have this guy here is my primary weapon of choice here is the Magstorm. And this is dark, and I have it, golded out. And I'm using Darkstar enhancements. And it's not just, this is one, it's just one. It's a quad mag. It just basically gives you 4 times as much ammo. If you'll notice here, I got 1,400 ammo in each mag. And I got a 700 fire rate, which is buffed up on these babies here. But you can see here it says it's a Mark III relic. These two are normal. Anytime you use this weapon, if you're probably going to want these, I do anyway, the depleted uranium rounds which is basically goes through all your ammo, armor and stuff, and it gives you distance, so you can get a little more distance out of it. I actually usually normally get in the 90s, but I noticed when I made it a vial weapon, it brought it back down to 75. But I don't know. I almost want to say it still seems like it reaches out and touches them pretty far away. Uh, so the relic is a different quality of the weapons and it affects the big numbers here, because they have standard, they have unrivaled, all kinds of different levels. I don't know, 5, 6, 7 of them, or blah blah. But relic's the one you want. That's the highest level of the weapons. And Mark III relic is where you want them. If you want, that's the only one I have. All the rest of mine are normal. But you'll see here on this one the ammunition. See, it says DX50. It's still 50 MI, but it's Darkstar 50 MI. So it's not ammo you're gonna find anywhere except at the Darkstar side. Like when we go here to this guy. I don't know if we have any. Yeah, there it is. Darkstar 50 MI. So I can buy 2K. Oh, what the hell? Might as well. I only got 36K. That's plenty, by the way. That's a lot. Okay, so I bought 2 more K there. And every time these guys refresh, and you can sleep to do that, of course. You can buy some more Darkstar ammo. It'll take it out of here. These are all linked together, so it's supposed to be, once I use this here, and then I go to any other one of these Darkstar services kiosks, then I'm not going to have that. But that's where you can get the ammo there, or you can make the ammo here in the ammo crafting. So see here, we got all the different kinds of ammo. And that's the regular 50 MI here, which is what I use in that weapon. But the Darkstar 50 MI is here. You see, I can't make any right now because I don't have something. Oh, I don't have, because you need regular 50 MI. I don't have enough. Okay. So, anyway, you can make it here. You can make the Darkstar ammo plus the regular ammo, whatever kind of ammo you're looking for. You can make your ammo here. You're going to need different stuff, to do it. It might not be the great. In fact, that's one of my main reasons for having the stations that I select from my different outposts. There's basically the ones that I need for these things, to make ammo, because that's the biggest thing, is keep it. Once you start going out and fighting and stuff, then you need ammo. Okay, so I know, and there's of course a cooking station. So every one of these pads got this, all these goodies, right? Let's run over to, because I want to show you one of the bigger Omen pads. And I got one of those over here on Jemison.
There are creatures out here. I hope they're friendly.
I hope they are too, Eric, and I hope they can't come up here. Okay, so we got daylight now, which is nice. So this is a bigger pad. This is Omen, the one you need the Omen for. Let me see if I have one in there. The Codex, here we go, Quantum. Yeah, I don't even have an Omen right now. So I have a Nexus and I have the Plexus, but I don't have an Omen. But I could buy an Omen if I wanted to, but I don't really need to. But let's see, what the hell, I'll just show you. Let's see, we're going to go over here to And look at this guy and see if he's got an omen for sale. And resources. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, he's got an omen. I'll buy one. Yeah. Omen. 148. Okay. I can't pass that up, you know. Aldemite. 148, 512. That's good enough. Okay, and usually if that one's got stuff, this one might too. And this is how I make my money. Okay, so 110. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I want to buy right now, so I'll just come over here to my resources and sell some stuff here. 110, even. Close enough. Okay. And you got these at every station, but this is the Omen one, and oh, don't have my spacesuit on again. And you can see this is a long one. It's even got a building over on the side over here. But this landing pad, that one of the versions of it, there's no stuff over here. And when your ship lands, instead of landing the way this one, you see my ship is pointed sideways, it lands lengthwise in here. And this stuff is off to the side over here. So you get the full length that this is a landing pad. And that's the one that you can supposedly build a bigger ship on. Bigger than normal size. Or in the future, you'll be able to build a ship big. I'm not sure if it's actually a thing yet. Like I say, I don't follow the Discord for Darkstar like I should. Okay, so yeah, you can see this is right by the city. Got the lake up here, and we can actually travel from here to the city, to any location in the city if we hit our map here. You can see. These are all locations we can travel to. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this other pad. This one even has a where you can enhance yourself here. Yeah, just anytime you want. Whatever, just let me out already. Oh, I can't cancel this. I gotta continue with it. Oh, rude. Okay, whatever. People confirm are. Alright, so anyway. Storage. I'm trying to think if there's anything different here. You know, all this is exactly the same. You know, I gotta say, I hadn't. There's when you start going around to all these different places, because you know these part of these, like this station here, the Darkstar services, and this station here, the Darkstar information kiosk, and the Trade Authority one. No, that one's not there. But the ship one is the other one. This one here. The Darkstar Shipbuilder Terminal, which you do. And I discussed all these buttons and stuff last time. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this long one here. And there's like a different version of it. Let's see if I can show you here. I'll move over here. See, there's the Omen one. I know we can't see it too good there because that's one. There's three you can see up there, 1 through 3. There's the second one. Okay, that's the long one. You see the arrow in the middle? That's the one I was talking about. The shit lands lengthwise on that one, and all the stuff is off to the side. You can see it on the lower part there. And this one doesn't have the enhancement thing where you can change your face and your look and your traits and all that. That particular Omen one doesn't have it, but this one does. This is the one we're on now, the one that has the building over there on the side, and then the work center over there on the other side. The ship lands sideways instead of long ways. So that's the long one. This is the long one where it lands sideways, and you could build whatever you want, you know, over there on the other side if you want to build. Anyway, just the Nexus one is the round one. That's the one that I'm. Well, we're on some slanted land here, so there we go. We gotta. You don't want that to be like, you want it to be totally visible, otherwise you might have some problems. Okay, so and the Plexus one is oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they do have a regular pad there for like a outpost Plexus. I forgot about that one. But notice that one doesn't have any storage on it. Yeah, it doesn't have any storage. I'm not sure why you would want that. I guess if you're just going to have a ground station, I don't know. I mean, everything's going to be on the ground as far as storage and everything. Kind of like the old way. Anyway. Okay, so we touched on that. We touched on these guys. So now, what I'm going to do here, because last time I kept telling you, oh, I'm not going to do no battle. I suck at battle. Let's go up here to this mission board and see. And I got one in my ship. You know what? Instead of that, oh, what the hell? Yeah, and none of these are really good battles. These are just the quickies, you know. Not really, well, some of those might be. Here's one on Decare, and that's like a level 60, I think. And that's one an Ecliptic guy. Yeah, let's try that one. I just want to do a battle thing here to show you. Oh, there's one... one other thing I wanted to show you here on the... on my particular weapon that I use, the Magstorm. When you take that up to a vile weapon and stuff, you get a... And I'm not sure if it's on the Mark II level one, but it's on this Mark III one sitting here. On the bottom, all the way to the bottom, you got this core thing. I don't remember if I discussed this before. And like I say, this is the only weapon I've ever made a vile weapon. Because this is my primary weapon of choice in battle. And because I get too hyper when I get doing battle stuff. So for me, I like just being able to just spray out thousands of bullets. I'm not aiming, I'm spraying. So anyway, in this core thing here, you got, and you can see how the energy damage changes. And some of the distance stuff changes, and it makes changes to your weapon, see? So this one here, when you get 93 range on that one, right? With 63% accuracy and 215 energy damage. But on the degaussing one here, you get 174, but you get 101 range. But if you'll notice, you know, the higher the damage, the range, you know, it looks like I'm not, because I think I have degaussing on mine, don't I? What's it say there? Oh, it says particle core. 215, 96, 174, and two. See, it's the middle one. The 215 one is what I choose. And you might, and that's what I wanted to point out here. Because if you choose this, oh, I want the most power. Then when you aim it, it won't. I don't have any weapon particles, so I can't. I'd show you. But if you pick this one here, because I want the most power, you'll notice it. You know, your range is only 72, but you got 2 and this is the one I use, what I call the middle one. And the resonating particle core. And my distance is 93, you'll see there. But the highest one is on 72. So when you go with the highest one, you get lift. When you fire the weapon, you get lift. And let me show you. I can't show you the lift because I'm not gonna go through getting them particle core just to show you that. But excuse me. This when I fire it, see how it lifts, but it lifts slowly. See? And I'm not doing that. I'm not moving my mouse. I'm just holding the button, and it lifts. Well, if you pick the highest damage one, it lifts faster. It's hard to stay on target. You actually have to pull your mouse down to counteract the going up. Okay? I can do it. It goes up so fast, it's hard to stay on target. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. It's hard to stay on target. So, you know, if you're just going to do burst fire, it doesn't matter. But if you're doing, you know, extended fire, and it's going to be rising up like that, and it rises up 2-3 times faster if you're on the higher damage core, and no thanks. I did that the first time I did it. I went, oh, I want the higher damage one, and and then I saw the way it was rising on me. I was like, oh, that's a pain in the ass. Okay, so this is a little building that he put in for us. It's really cool. I mean, I'm glad it's daytime because the lighting. He improved the lighting on a lot of these halves when he did his work here. Some of them, it's much better. The lighting is, I think, the lighting is better in some of the ones that he worked on. I think the lighting. And those were some of the notorious ones. Those, you know, glass see-throughs, whatever. Those were terrible with the lighting. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we grabbed one, right? So we grabbed one here to go fight. We're going to go here. Okay, let's see here. We're going to collect a bounty at a processing plant. I don't think this, well, we'll go try it. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go over there to the car. Okay, and lots of stuff here.
We're due for our next jump soon.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to talk to you, sorry. Okay. Processing plant. Let's go ahead and scan it. And that's a nice thing too, a little tip for you here. When you come into a star system, if you're not sure, be sure and check, because once you get your scanning maxed out and you enter a star system, you can scan any planet in that star system without being on it or at it or however. So I'm in this star system. I can scan. So I always double check to make sure I got all the gas giants and the ice giants scanned because you get points for those when you scan them. So, you can just fly around in all the star systems and scan. Hell, you'll go up a level probably just by scan, depending where you're at in the game. You scan all these ice giants and gas giants in the game. You minimum, you're going to get 50 points for each one of XP. 50 points of XP. Okay, so we're here. We're supposed to. I didn't do no scanning, so we're going to go down to this processing plant and we're going to collect a bounty on a bad guy. I just wanted to show you a little battle. If I embarrass myself, so be it.
Hopefully we're in for a smooth landing.
We'll see because with this being an overhaul of the game, the battle stuff is more challenging. The enemies you're going to fight have better weapons too, and you can find better weapons on them or in their stash boxes and safes or whatever, and so it's you need the better weapons in order to not get your butt kicked. Basically, if you don't have a good weapon, you're gonna be a lot of ducking and dodging. Okay, let's see. We got coal. It's just regular old coal, right? Oh, I don't know. It's red. Let's see here. I don't think so. It's just coal. Okay, so we're going over here. Where are we going over here? We're looking for a bad guy. That's the bad guy right there. Lots of ecliptic bad guys here. Goodness gracious, they're all over the place here.
Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, you're right, Eric. It don't feel right. There's a lot of guys here. So maybe it will be a challenging hunt. Okay. Get the heck out of here. Oh, he's only a 97. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a 294 over there. Yeah.
I'd love to learn to do that.
Get him, Eric. That's a 182. There's another big one, 290 something. Yeah, I ain't even paying attention. Did we get the bad guy? $274 here. Okay, so guess we got the bad guy. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so this guy, I'll take that stuff. What do you got? Yeah, I'll take some of that. Oh, what the hell? I'll take all that. Yeah, I'll take all that too. Okay, what you guys got? Is there stuff in here? Is there people in here? Might be goodies, huh? Oh, there's a weapon. A relic rattler. But I had to steal it, huh? You know, when I first started playing this game, I didn't know about those little tiny little icons. Like that little red icon there in the box with the arrow. Yeah, I got caught with contraband. Like,
I don't know why everyone's so down on this job. Construction work pays great.
yeah. What you doing? You're not gonna attack me? That was kind of weird. Okay, so did we find it? I didn't see anything. No goodies? No safe? No stash box? All these bad guys and no stash box? That's just rude. Okay, Eric. Alright, do we get whatever? Yeah. Local mission. I don't want to do a local mission. Okay, I just wanted to show you all that. Basically a little bit of battle. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the weapons and stuff that you can do like that. And, oh, hi. How you doing? But, yeah, it makes it challenging. The battles are more challenging. I don't know. Makes it, you know, I'm sure you stack up more credits and XP and get better weapons, and you can, you know, on those weapons, I didn't see any that time, but let's see, am I close enough to my ship where I can, no, I'm not. Okay. Let me go to my ship. The last thing I want to tell you here, let me see if I got anything here. You know, like when you pick up these guys, like stuff, you know, blues and whatever the colors are. When you pick up these things that got legendaries on them, what I call legendaries, I think that's what these are called, huh? Anyway, you can pull those off. In other words, each one of those is a codex. So you remember down here when we was looking at codexes, or codexes are on my side. Okay, codexes. These are Agent 1, Agent 2, Agent 3. These are special Darkstar ones. These are the generic ones. This isn't. But you know, these, you don't get them every time you go to those kiosks to purchase these things. That it's random what you're going to get. And the Darkstar ones that are the better ones, because they got multiple. Like this just has acrobat. It just keeps you from getting hurt as easy. Fall damage. It reduces your fall damage. These guys all had like 2 or 3 things, like fall damage and 10% damage to humans and blah blah blah. You know, 3 or 4 different things, and different ones have different, like the Ebon. This one. The Envoys and the Ebon Guards, especially the Ebon Guards. I don't think you qualify for Ebon Guard codexes until you're at least New Game 20. But this character, I think, is at New Game 21. Because I was thinking, you know, I was in no hurry on the New Game. And then I read somewhere, oh, yeah, you don't even get the best ones until you hit New Game 20. So I said, oh, crap. Okay, so Don't expect to see these until you hit at least New Game 20. I believe. Maybe these two, but I'm not sure there. So, 'cause these are all Darkstar. The Avant-Garde, the Envoys, the Force Recon. These are all special, and almost all of them are multiples. They don't have just one thing they do. It's like some of them have extended mag, some of them they'll have extended mag and explosive, or they'll have extended mag and fastened, or they'll have, or furious, and they don't call it furious though. But anyway, let's see what else do we have down here. There's other ones. Like I said, you don't get to see. There's the quad mag one. And that's all that one does. That's a one-hit wonder, quad mag. It gives you 4 times as much as your basic mag side. Okay, there's scout ones. Those are Darkstar codexes, snipers, and these codexes. Once you learn them, you can purchase them, because when you first start doing this in the game, you have to learn each one of these. You have to pick up a weapon and run it through a codex machine to extract one of these codecs. And once they do that, they call that learning. You learned it, or if you made it, if you had all the resources where you could make one of these codexes, but you gotta learn it before you can make it. So you gotta find it either on a piece of armor, like if it's an armor one, or on a weapon, and you got to find a weapon that has that legendary trait. And then once you learn it, once you obtain it, you have learned it. That's it. You got it from that point on. And when you go through new game, you've already learned it the next time. You don't have to relearn it again. So, like, I've already learned them all. So every time I go through new game, I just got to get the resources together, and I can make all my gold weapons and stuff just boom. Make what I want. That's why you see because I made them. I made every one of these weapons. I made them from scratch, like I just showed you, and then I put what I wanted on them. So they're all my custom weapons. And next time I go in, I can do the same thing again. All I got to do is gather up the resources. That's one of the videos I plan on doing in the future. Is this is my favorite sniper. This hard target, my favorite sniper weapon. I mean, look at the range here. And this isn't even a vile weapon. This is just this is a Mark II. Oh, this one's not even a Mark II. This one's a relic. Because it would say on here it's a Mark II. Huh, that's interesting. It gets confusing because they say, like, see, looky here what they got. This will say Mark III, Mark II Advantage, Mark I Vision. That's actually slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3, in the legendary traits. The weapon is not it's a Mark I weapon. It's not a Mark II weapon or a Mark III weapon. Because I haven't it would say it up here if it was. If I enhanced it to, like, where's that one? There we go. See that one? See how it says Mark II here? And the vile one, this is my vile weapon. See how it says Mark III up here? So that's my one vile weapon. Is that the only Mark II I have? I think so. All these are generic ones. See, these are all still Mark I's. I haven't even pumped them up. Because this is my primary. When it comes to getting down and dirty and gritty, that's my guy. And once in a while this one. But this is only a Mark II, And I didn't show you. I could show you. Let me go show you in another battle. Let me go do another. Whoa, what do I got wrong with me? Let me go take some medicine here. I probably jumped and hurt my leg. Did I take one? I don't know. Let's see. No, I didn't. And I'm still hurt, right? Yeah, I'm still hurt. What's it? I think it's a sprain or something. Dislocated limb. That's worse than a sprain. Dummy. Okay, so let me go. There we go. Alright, no more broken limb. It's gone now. Alright, so let's go. I was going to show you here. Hold on. I'll just grab something here from my board. What do we got here? We got a crit. No, that's a. Well, you know what? I got ships. I might as well show you that too. Let's go to Kumasi here. This is gonna be a. What is this? Oh, I probably should not have done that. I don't know what that is. Okay, well, I'm gonna find out. Okay, so let's go see what this is. Definitely a flying battle. Okay, air battle or whatever, space battle, I guess. Alright, so here we are. It said fly to any planet in the system, and then you'll notice in the upper left, we got the...
Hailing unknown vessel, colonists here in distress. We could really use your help.
Oh, girl.
Could you please respond?
Okay.
Thank you for responding.
You know, it's a whole family. They got little kids.
We're with, Bud,
Yeah, so you're standing.
Just
two
two
jumps.
Here, then we should be able to, we'll pay loads more.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That should do us. Thank you.
Okay, have a nice day. Thank you very much. Hope y'all's new life is everything you want it to be. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go to the map. I know lots of people say, "Oh, you don't gotta go to the map every time. It's not as interactive to do it that way. You need to click on the thing." Blah blah. I go to the map. You know, I'm an old guy. I'm 69 years old, and you know, when I was a kid, we traveled a lot because I was raised by a military officer, a career military officer. So our family was military. We traveled all over the world. Anyway, whenever we road traveled, we used maps. We didn't have no cell phones. We didn't have no GPS. We used maps. So I just like the maps. So anyway, here's the guy I got to go get. I just wanted to show you because I'm using weapons. I'm using Darkstar weapons on my ship too. You know, those weapons and everything you saw. That's not just for you, just for to carry on your person. There's special Darkstar weapons for your ship as well that are more powerful. So hold on, let me see if I can give you a view here. You can't really see them from here, but I got the turrets on the back that, you know, everyone says, "Oh, you shouldn't use those," but hey, you know, I don't like losing. Bottom line. Okay, where's the bad guy? Where are you at? There we go. See, I mean, I'm not even firing, really. I'm just popping a couple once in a while. The turrets are taking care of most of it. And I got it's just one turret see, I didn't even fire that time. One turret points forward and one turret points back. So it's only one weapon, really, because all those guys were in front of me. So only one of those took out, basically, with a hit here and a hit there, took them out. And, you know, I really don't need to pick up their stuff. I don't care what they got. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. And what else did I want to show you? Oh, I wanted to, did I pick up one? Locate and destroy the Crimson Anchorage. Didn't we just do that? No. And we'll scan that. We get points for that. Asteroids. We get points for those too. Forgot. Okay, so locate and destroy the anchorage, huh? What the hell? Well, I see a thing here, but oh, there it is. Oh man, it's one of these dark places with bullshit. Get rid of some of this stuff. Keep. Oh, oh, oh. I heard that. Damn you, Anchorage. 4,000 still. Damn. I don't like these dark things. Okay, come on. You guys. 2,000, and there's a big rock between me and them. What's up here? Whoa. Let's go again. Slowly. 900, yeah, we're not far away now. Alright, let's see. What the hell is this Anchorage thing? I've never done this before. Oh, is this one of those ones that you... It's like the satellites where you talk to it and then they send the guys to come fight you? Oh, nope. That's the one that you just blow it up. Okay. That's it, right? We did it. Yeah, done. Okay, so talk to Vladimir. Yeah, I got all the artifacts already, so I'm ready. But one I wanted to show you, but I'm thinking I'm getting a little carried away with this video, so I ain't gonna bother. But basically, what I wanted to tell you was when I was looking at the weapons, and I was telling you, oh, I only have one bioweapon. So let's go to Kurtz. And those other weapons. So when you hit, and you notice when I was in that fight, some of those guys were like 297 or whatever, that guy, and I was like having a hammer on him a long time to take him out. Well, if I would have been using
Plenty of inorganic materials out there, Captain.
And that was with my vile weapon. Thank you, Eric. And that was with my vile weapon. So, and I only have one vile weapon. If I would have been using, say, my my second, that. Pretty sure here, let's look damage. So yeah, it's telling me that damage wise that my Varun Inflictor is more powerful, okay? But the problem with that is, you know, I only got a 41 fire rate. Sure, I got plenty in the mag, and I could hit them 4 or 5 times and probably take them out, but not those 297s, you know, the ones that are the game Darkstar is pumped up, that I wouldn't take one of those guys out with this. Even though it says it does more damage than this one. Whoops, wrong one. Where's my... There it is. you know, because of the fire rate, and because it's Darkstar ammo, and because it's a vial weapon. The numbers are deceiving. That's all I'm trying to say here. But look at the DPS, though, you know. But if you look at just damage, it looks like, oh, wow, look, that one does that much more damage, you know. And if this was a vial weapon, I could use it against those higher level guys, and it would kill them. But since it's just a Mark II instead of a Mark III, it's not a vial weapon, and it doesn't do the job. Because I've had it before where I've taken this and I just keep hitting, I end up having to switch to this weapon to kill the person. And I've even gotten messages. You said, you can't kill that person with that. You're going to have to use some of your powers. Because sometimes I get where I don't use the powers like as often as I should. Because I get wrapped up into fighting. That's why I'm not into fighting that much. I mean, I don't mind, but not really I'm into the building. I like, you know, but that's the thing about this game. One of the things I like about it is that I can pop through if I don't want to mess around with doing a whole lot of questing and stuff. I'll pop through, and I want to give you all one more tip here. Like I say, sometimes I just pop through the level. I'm going, no, I want to get the new game to the next level. So I ain't going to play it around with a lot of stuff. I'm just going to go get all the artifacts. I'm going to do those against the hunter and the emissary thing. And then I'm going to get all my artifacts, and boom, I'm off to the next new game. And yeah, I've done that a lot here recently. When I found out I had to be at least new game level 20, I wasn't in no hurry. First time I did new game, I went back to my ship. I said, no, I don't want to do it. Because I saw that those crappy ass ships that they give you, you know, for being a starborn. I'm like, well, how rude. Give me a little crappy ass ship. Thank God I can still build my own. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you here. You know, for those of you who have done the main quest line and stuff, you probably heard Vladimir mention about his retirement home, or villa, I should say, in Surma. Surma's a level 55 system. And I'll back up here and tell you it's way over here. Okay? There's the names of the systems in the area. You got Dakar in here. Dakaran's the first one I go for. When I start, that's the first place I usually build, is Dakar. Because that's the only place that you can get Ventinium in the whole game. There's that one planet on Dakar, and that's a pretty valuable resource, so that's usually my starting point as far as outposts, and to get my money built up to get me rolling in the game when I come into a new game. But my besides all the resources that I collect, and I do collect quite a few 4-star resources because of the value of them, so that I can get some money. But one of the things I like, though, is Surma over here. And this is Surma 7A. And that's where Vladimir's villa is. You'll see right there, Vlad's villa. And you can come here and you can land on Vlad's villa. He's got a really nice house there. So what I usually do is build a outpost right next to it. Because here on this planet, they have argon. And they have all kinds of resources. If you get all the fauna and you could make basically everything on this planet right here that you need to make amp. An amp is kind of like you could live off of just amp, if you wanted to spend all that time, because it's a pain. It's either I'm missing something I haven't learned yet, or no one hadn't told me yet. But see, so here I am. I landed here. Now you notice I'm not on the platform. The platform's up there. I'm down on the ground. Well, I'm down on the ground because gardening is the thing here. It's mainly. So I got two big three segment gardens down here. One of them makes metabolic agent, is it? Metabolic. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, hello. I'm looking in the wrong place. There's argon, which we have on our planet, toxin, and metabolic agent, isn't it? Oh, I don't even have any on me? Okay, well, that's fine. We'll go up there and look. So, this is a nifty little thing here. They give you, Darkstar gives you a little button here. So I put the main outpost beacon here on the ground because, I want to keep an eye on these things, make sure they're good. You notice I got some robots, security robots, and I got lasers, and we're trying to keep the bad guys away from messing up my stuff. So anyway, when you land on the ground here, they give you this nifty little button here, and you hit the button and boom, it throws you back up top, on top of the landing deck right here in this little area. And this similar button here is a crew. So if you had crew here, you could summon your crew with this button. If you had crew stationed at this outpost, you could push this button and all your crew would show up here. Alright, so we traveled up here and let's see, so I'm making my metabolic whatever here. I'll go look over here, I'll get the name right. I'm sure you probably already know. Ooh, boy, there's not much in there. Metabolic agent, yeah, I was right. Metabolic agent and tox isn't much in there right now, okay? And then over here we got the argon, okay? And it's full. And there's two of them there. And then you'll notice on these things, in case I didn't, these storages hold 100K, in case you didn't notice that. So that's another thing about Darkstar. Every one of these is 100K, 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 100K. And even on those, the transports, the air transports, even those are larger. I think they're 4K. I know they hold at least 4K. I'll say that, because I've seen an empty storage container receive 4K from a ship flying in. So anyway, here the reason I come to Therma, here in Vlad's neighborhood, is that and his house is around here somewhere. I don't know where. Is that it? No, I don't think so. No. I don't know where his house is, or if we can even see. I've never tried to see if I could see it from here. Yeah, he's not in the mountains. He's over here somewhere. Anyway, so we come here and we get our two big gardens going with metabolic agent and toxin, and they feed up here. And then we got argon feeding up here. And then we can come over here to the pharmacy here, and we can make amp. So boom, we can make amp. Got 99, boom, boom, 99, boom, boom, 99, boom, la, 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 la. And you just sit here until your fingers feel like they're going to fall off. And you keep going and going. Now, see, I'm about to run out of toxin. You know, if I was going to do this right, I'd go to Venus and have a little sleep and then come back, and all this stuff would be so full. I'd be able to go at this probably for 10, 15 minutes. And then that would give me another level because I get XP. I get 99 XP every time I do one of those. And I get 99 amp every time I do one of those. And so, just so you'll know here, when I want to go sell my amp, he's going to give me 15 per unit. So let's click here. So I got 60,000, almost 61,000 amp right now currently. And that's worth 913,590 credits. So if I wanted to sell, of course he doesn't have any vendor credits because remember I told you they're linked together on these things. Because we already used that trade authority on a different outpost. Same here. Let's see, same thing, 0. And remember we bought the Darkstar ammo, the 50. See, it's not there. They ain't 50 MI. Because we bought it on the other place. He's got this all tied together so that you can't just jump from outpost to outpost and stock up. You know, you have to sleep between if you want to do that. Now, sometimes when you go to the ones in the let's go for a second to. But I just wanted to show you that's a gold mine. This Surma thing here, building, and let's see if I can show you on where I'm at. That's weird. It should show. Is that his? No. That's what showed me they're landing there. Huh. That's strange. I didn't realize I couldn't see. Huh. Yeah. Very strange. Okay, okay, so we got somewhere over here, we got Vlad's Villa. It's more like over here, I think. And then, see, this is all argon, right? And this is all water. So I built this is basically where my outpost is. Half on the argon, half on the water. Because all those gardens, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not getting resources. But you'll notice I had to scan the whole planet. Because you have to scan the animals and the plants so that you could make those things, mostly the plants. But if you scan everything on the planet, you get all the stuff, everything. See, it says it's totally surveyed. I think you get a 5% increase on all your resources that you create on your outpost. I think it's a 5%. You get an increase. I'm not sure. I think it's 5% though. Anywhere you have an outpost on this planet, once you got everything scanned and you got the trait down here, you got all these guys scanned, and you get the whole, okay, the planet is surveyed, then you get an increase on any outpost production automatically, just by having the whole planet scanned. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you about Surma because that's a little gold mine there. If you have the patience to sit there, because it takes, sometimes I'd spend 10, 15 minutes just sitting there clicking away, you know, to make a lot. What I usually do is I'll go about halfway on my, like right now would be a good time to do it. Halfway on, you know, experience on gaming. whatever. And when I get to the halfway mark, then I'll come over here and I'll make amp to bump me up to the next level. Because it'll give me that's 100 XP every time I do 99 XP every time I do one of those. And you can, if you go to sleep, and like if I go sleep at Venus and come here, after you sleep, you get a buff on your XP. Any XP you get, you get a percentage more because you slept. And I think that's like, what is it, 20 minutes after you sleep? You get a buff, but you got to sleep for at least 4 hours, I think, if I remember correctly. 4 hours local time minimum to get the buff. But the thing is that you got to remember amp. Look at that. The mass is 0.1. Okay? And you start carrying around like, look, my ship holds 300,000. Okay? And you can see right now I got 242,943 in my ship. But my ship holds 300,000. And that's why I built this ship. This is basically the same ship I use every time. But when you start thinking about like Aldemite, look at the weight, 1.9. Yeah, well, it's worth more. You get more value, but you gotta have a ship that's gonna carry yeah. I mean, come on. So say it's 2. I got 56K. That's 112K. If it's rounded off to 2, that's 112K out of my 300. Just for that. Aldemite. And then you get over here to the Ventinium, which is, that, and it weighs 2.5. So the weight kind of kills you a little bit. I mean, when I first started out, I used the other Darkstar. Here, let me get up here. Oops. I used the other Darkstar one here. Let's see here, the Ravager. See, and it only holds 40K. I mean, I like this ship. It's a lot of fun. But believe it or not, it has a capacity of 2. But it's only got like 2 halves on the, 2 halves. Maybe there's 3. No, I think there's only 2. 2 halves in a cockpit. I mean, 2 by 1 halves, I should say. 2 by 1 halves in a cockpit. But it only holds 40. So if you start carrying around that heavy stuff, this ship ain't gonna do it for you, And that's why I have mine. The ship I have is my home ship, because I can carry that 300K or close to it. Sometimes it depends on how I build it, how much I get, but it's always around that number. Alrighty. I think we're done with this for today. Not sure what else I'm going to cover if and when. Wish you all the best. Love Darkstar. Get it. Enjoy it. Bye.